Just a heads up.
Sounds like a fucking Paul problem.
I know it is a me problem. Absolutely. Let's start this motherfucker.
Oh, we're live. Go for it.
Oh, we're live? Ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen, welcome to
shit.
the Sober Swole podcast. My name is Jake Howard,
My name is Paul Rowe.
and this is the Sober Swole podcast. Before we get started, I'd like to give a shout out to Gorilla Games. That's Gorilla, damn it, yeah. Fucking shit. God.
Oh, man.
I am retarded.
Opposite.
Do you not see my ignorance? Gorilla-games with a Z.com. Check them out. They are a great company, a great apparel company that you can wear comfortably in and out of the gym at any time, as well as they make great equipment to help keep you safe while you train. Use the discount code JAKE15 to save you 15% on all for your whole order. My next shout out will be to Royalty Nutrition. That's royaltynutrition.com. They are a no bullshit supplement company that doesn't automatically go to using the cheapest ingredients in all of their formulas. And I just need some help. Who can help me? Warhorse.
Hey, it's Warhorse. Do you want your workouts to look like this? Or do you want your workouts to slay? When Warhorse picks his pre-workout, he wants it to slay. If you want second place, go with somebody else. If you want to be a champion, go with Royalty Nutrition.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Royalty Nutrition. Check them out and use the discount code 37HAKE to save you 15% on your entire order as well. Tell them that Jake sent you. My last shout out of the evening, of course, will go to the FitOps Foundation. That's fitops.org. Check them out. They are a not-for-profit organization that helps veterans rediscover their purpose after their active duty or reserve military service. And it not only helps them Paul striping the ball, Dick. It doesn't only. Not only does it help them get a leg up in the fitness industry, but it helps them develop life skills that helps them cope with civilian life.
What will this segment be called? What is this segment called right here?
Paul forgets to not eat on camera again.
I love how he didn't mute himself. Like he's just scraping the bowl.
Oh, shit. I can do that. That's right.
Yeah. FitOps.org. If you're looking for a great non-for-profit to donate to, go to fitops.org/donate. That's Paul. If your mouth's not full, it's your turn to talk.
All right. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Please forgive me. I just got home.
Bro. Hey, take a drink. Take a drink. Take a second. You're good. We'll give you some.
We're only live, buddy. It's all right.
I don't need to see bits and pieces of whatever you just ate flying at the camera. No one wants to see that.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, first let me apologize to everybody. I just got home from a 13-hour day. Not bitching about that. I'm just super fucking hungry. Didn't want the guys to wait. Didn't want you guys to wait for the show to start. So I do apologize. My first shout I'm going to give out to is my brother, Kyle Summers. What he does, he is a licensed therapist over at Purpose Healing Center located out in Scottsdale, Arizona. They handle all types of addictions, ranging from eating addictions to drug addictions. Kyle's been doing this for 3 years now. I love him to death. He's one of my groomsmen. He's one of my brothers. I can't speak more highly about this man. And what they do at this place, they've doubled in size within the last 2 years, which is incredible. It just goes to show how much work that they're doing, how much, positive effect that they're having on people's lives. Next shout out I'm going to give out to is the Pigeon Coop. That's the hall that I first got sober at. More specifically, the men's meeting I used to go to, the Fourth Dimension, which is on Sunday evenings at 6 p.m. It's located in Tempe, Arizona, right there off of 60 and Rule. It's in the same parking lot as Denny's and the AMF bowling alley. Highly suggest going there. Lots of awesome people I've met. I mean, that's where I met Kyle. That's where I met my sponsor Jeff, who's going to be actually marrying me. So it's the people, their family who I've developed with the relationships from the people I met in that hall, and they have numerous meetings. And it's if you want to check it out, it's on pigeoncoop.org. And last shout, well, not last shout out, but next shout out I'm going to give out to is advanced physical therapy. There we go. Advanced physical therapy. I have an appointment with them tomorrow. I'm gonna need it after a long week of digging ditches and plumbing, and it's stuff that I love doing. But I'm very thankful that I don't have to turn to drugs and turn to that direction. I can go the sober route and go speak with a, or not speak with, go seek out a physical therapist. Highly recommend advanced physical therapy. Mandy's the physical therapist. Her and her staff are incredible. They know what they're doing. Mandy's been doing it for 20 years, and they're located out in Gilbert, Arizona, off of Pecos and Higley. So if you want to check them out, it's advancedphysicaltherapy.com. Last shout I'm going to give out to is to our brother, our boy, the man behind the curtain, Mr. Ryan Harvey, DJ Swirl. He is our amazing director, editor, every term that you could speak of when it refers to electronics and doing podcasts. He does it for us, and he's been doing it for us for what? It's been year and a half
Two
now.
years.
Getting
2
close.
years.
2 years. Okay. So yeah. So we've been doing it for a while. He knows what he's doing. He went to school for this stuff. He is incredible with what he does. He's on the ball. He gets this shit done. So if you're looking, guys, ladies, to set up a podcast, do a live streaming, do any type of, video cast or gaming, check him out. And he's with Buy to Buy Studios. That's BUYTOBYE Studios.com. And, or is it .com, Ryan? Yeah. And not only does he do this job for us, but he also has his own company that he built from the ground up. And I couldn't be more proud of this man because he was just like me, worked in the office and was just not liking it and decided to venture out on his own. And something from nothing came about. And now he has his moving company that he's just developed awesome relationships with. And he's developed he's developed amazing relationships with companies, and through the word of mouth, he is able to go above and beyond with the aspect of reaching the customers' expectations, and he does an incredible job at it. So if you're looking for any type of moving needs, check it out. You can look at him at, I apologize, Ryan, is it buytobuy.com? No? Okay, there it is. And I'm done. That's
Very,
all I
very good,
got.
sir. Very good.
Thank you, thank you.
How are your COVID slips? Are you still having the blank spots?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is
Yep.
it just steady? Is it getting worse? You getting
It's
used to
just
it?
been, yeah, it's just
Yeah.
been steady.
Nuts,
Yeah,
bro.
it's not as frequent, but it is still a daily occurrence.
Yeah.
It just words will just fall out of my head. It's fucking weird. Like today, for example, my I've been working with my boss all week because um, we fired one of the plumbers, and the other plumber, his mother-in-law, passed away, so he's had all week off. And so he asked me to grab a ball valve, and literally within probably 5 seconds, I took two steps. I turned around. I was like, "You asked me to grab what?" He's like, "A ball valve." I was like, "Okay," and it was weird, man. But I'm getting used to it.
As long as you remember the important shit.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Like the fact that our tuxes are only going to cost $40. That's all.
$40.
or what?
Nothing. Let's go.
Or tux? Well,
I'm telling you, if I'm
I,
having
I,
to,
suggest, I
if I'm
suggested to
having,
Des, I was like, have it be free and just all of us go fucking naked.
if I'm gonna have to have my loving wife measure my fat ass, an inconvenience for her, I feel like I should be paid to wear this company's tuxedo.
You are being paid. You're being
In
paid with
love.
my love. Yeah. Love and hugs and kisses.
No, it's all good, man. It's part. It's part of the ceremony. Just like
Yeah,
your involvement. It's something we don't want to do, but we love you, so
we're
we're
gonna.
on board.
Yeah, dude.
Why
We're
not?
gonna give you shit the whole time. We're on board.
If we're not
I know.
busting balls, is it really a wedding? You know.
Exactly. Trust me, I know. I've been a groomsman.
I've been a groomsman a time or two myself. I've
Never
been a
been a best
replacement.
man though.
Oh, Paul.
I know. Can you believe my brother picked Shannon's brother to be his best man? They weren't even like that great of friends.
Shout out to my younger brother. He was not my best man at my wedding either.
Oh, really?
Fuck, my brother. My
He was
brothers
not.
didn't even come to my wedding.
Damn.
Yeah, let's play this. Speaking of the Olympics, let's play the trauma Olympics. I don't know what the noise is. There it is. Yes.
No, but like, no. Well, Brittany and I didn't have a traditional wedding either, so it wasn't like a.
True.
No, my younger brother and I, we did not get along very well. The early parts of our life, and I wanted him in my wedding, but he would tell you that he wouldn't have earned the right to be a groomsman that day. Or he was a groomsman. He was an usher. But no slight to him. Like he was just that's just how we grew up. But we had things changed soon thereafter, and I regret that. I do regret not having him up there, but at the time it made sense. And he will tell you the same thing. Like, I he's married now, and they're not going to have an actual ceremony, and they've basically at this point said fuck the reception too.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom's none too happy of that, and it's unusual, but yeah, I'm not going to get the opportunity to be his best man, even at this stage when I probably could be. But there are people who have been close to him longer, if that makes sense. And so any one of the people that I could think of at the top of my head, I would be like, yep, makes sense. So no shade.
Well, yeah. If my brothers got married, like it's. I'm not necessarily emotionally distant, but I definitely don't talk to everybody at home like somebody should.
Right.
Like I wouldn't even expect to be in their weddings. Like I'd expect you coming? Yeah, I guess,
Yeah. You wouldn't.
But
They wouldn't make you RSVP via the save the date.
I mean, I may get
Hey,
the
now.
courtesy call.
What, man? What? No judgment.
No, you're following your directions. You're trying to prevent as much bridezilla as possible. We understand.
Yeah. Again,
Yes.
we're on board. We're just gonna give you shit the whole way. Because as a groomsman, we do get something out of this, outside of standing and sweating our ass off, and
Sweating your ass off. It's gonna be cold.
Challenge accepted.
freezing our asses off.
No, it's not gonna be freezing. I mean, it's gonna be March
said
and
it.
strawberry.
You just said it was going to be
Probably
cold as fuck, Paul.
Yeah. Commit,
No,
brother.
it's
Commit.
probably gonna be 50s.
That's chilly, dog.
Wow.
I mean,
In elevation.
Wow.
So
It's a good.
so we can wear tux shorts. Is that what you're saying?
yeah.
If I can wear shorts with my tux, we should wear jean shorts.
Oh my God, Jorts, Jorts.
You know
I
how
went.
pissed Des would be, bro.
Dude, and I would have to live with that for the rest of
Yo,
my life. So
you no,
no.
I don't know if any of us would make it out of there alive. Like she
She
would
would
go,
Listen,
explode.
she would explode.
listen. I get my I get
Yep, there it is. See, that's what would happen.
I get my I get my dog food from Tractor Supply.
Hmm.
Plug.
So on the way in, they always have their apparel lined up for you to go and see and perhaps purchase. I've actually gotten a couple of great Pearl Snap shirts, but
What is that?
they were. It's the shirts that snap.
Okay.
Yeah, but they had the no shit dad jorts with the hammer loop,
Yes.
and I said yes.
And you have a picture of you with those on and your New Balances, right?
uh, Somewhere probably we'll have to find it, but
It sounds like a Halloween costume. That's what it sounds
oh,
like.
what are you talking about? It's the
Oh,
ultimate comfort.
dude.
I know. I
First
know.
off, my Nike Air Monarch shoes are the most comfortable things for my feet I've ever worn in my life. I've accepted my old man status. Occasionally, when we're going somewhere, I'll put on a shitty fake Hawaiian shirt, wear my white and blue Air Monarchs, my jorts, or my khaki cargo shorts
as
because
as he spits his dip. That was Merc.
I'm working on spitting more.
Like bars or
Yes, obviously.
hot rhymes? What are we talking about?
No, man, I've been gutting my tobacco spit for years.
You've been
It's,
swallowing it?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, dude, that was my response too when he first told me that. I'm like, what the fuck is the matter with you?
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing that for.
I need a vomit sound effect on here.
Well,
Disgusting, my guy.
well, it's not the. I don't ever do the flavor anymore. I don't ever have. It's just the regular unflavored Copenhagen.
How does that work? Like, how does that pass through you?
Well, it's a leaf, so it's a fiber. So you just poop it out like normal.
So it's clearing you out.
Not necessarily, because there's tar and bad shit in it. But
Jesus Christ.
So it's like it's like bad lettuce.
yes,
The devil's
Yeah,
lettuce.
the devil's lettuce. You know,
Scrapage.
and it's about time for me to take a break too. Like once a year, I take a tobacco break for like anywhere from 2 to 3 months.
Is there a ceremony involved?
No, I wind down, I taper off, and then I'll.
You drink your fake
Do
bourbon,
you remember?
and then
Well, do you remember I had like
Back after.
the Jake's fake tobacco? Do you remember that?
Yep.
Those
No, I
pouches,
guess.
right?
Well, it was loose leaf, but
Oh,
it
what?
was yeah, it's mint leaves. But and I'll get something like that, and then I'll chill for a while, and then I'm good up until something in life comes along where I have a snap fuck it moment, and I go buy a can of tobacco, and I'm back on it.
So what is the detox for that? What are your symptoms?
Oh, I get real cranky because the nicotine is going directly into my gum line. My mouth kind of gets agitated, like not like pain, but like it's like something's not there it's supposed to be, and it's kind of annoying. Um, but I definitely get a little cranky.
Do you substitute with gum at all?
Yeah, I'll chew gum. Like I said, I'll do that Jake stuff. But yeah, and then I'm done for a quarter of the year.
So is this something you can stop doing altogether or no?
I can, Yeah. See, there's that addict in me.
Hold on. Go for it. Let me zoom in on
I
this.
can quit. I can quit anytime I want.
I ain't no quitter. So it's a matter of willpower. Then you don't necessarily want to quit. You
No.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's why it's still around. I think people enjoy it. I don't think
Yeah.
they
I mean,
would do it if with all of the fucking negative effects that are advertised.
yeah, and I'll say this, and it's still wrong, but I make sure to take care of my mouth. I definitely don't miss a brushing. I floss. I mouthwash. I scrub the tongue and the roof of my mouth. I make sure I have a water pick. You know what I'm talking about? Like
And you're bitching about fucking spending money on a tux, and this motherfucker has a water pick. If y'all don't know how much a water pick is, $150 at Costco.
Put air out his laundry, sir.
Just saying.
Don't let him fool you. Didn't he?
Just saying.
Isn't he advertising like, if I become a millionaire, you'll never know, right?
it ain't tricking if you got it.
Yeah.
He
There
did
he
say
is.
that last week.
There he is.
And I didn't buy it.
What is that? What? Hold on. What does that matter?
Oh, but he's just talking all this shit like, oh, Jake spent all this money. No, Jake did not spend that money. Jake got a gift.
No, it's just like how the stereotype of people drinking tea, they do it with their pinky up.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, I don't know what a water pick is. Like, now that he described it.
Well, so when you go to,
but I saw the price tag and I moved right past it.
well, like when you go to the dentist and the dentist sprays out, or the dental hygienist sprays out in between your teeth that high pressure water thing.
I have not been to the dentist in too long.
Okay, well when you go to a mouth cleaning,
You really don't remember the water, like the silver nozzle that sprays through your mouth?
I'm being facetious, dude. Again,
Oh, okay.
That's the point. The point is, the thing that he has in his house is something that's normally in the dentist's office.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. That's the point we're making here. Not that I'm not hip to the dentistry game. I know what a water pick is. I just didn't think there's something. It's like a bidet. I've only seen them in fancy spots. But
exactly.
But after the whole toilet paper shortage, like I'm team bidet. I don't have one yet, but I'll still get one.
That's good. I was gonna say that's the next move for sure. Real clean buttholes forever.
Let me know, dude. I can install that shit. I installed one last week.
You see,
Paul!
We just replaced our master bedroom toilet, so that's where it would have gone. Because you don't need that. You don't need that in the hallway bathroom, and not everybody needs to enjoy that. Yeah. So we'll have to wait.
Yeah, that's it.
House, but
how is this?
That's it.
We removed 2 water fountains out of a company building. What was it, earlier this week? And I was this close because my boss was like, "Do you want it?" And I'm like, because it would be cool since we have the bar outside and everything to throw up a water fountain. But I was just like, dude, it means I have to dig a hole. And I started thinking about all the digging and shit. I'm like, I don't want to be doing that right now. But so he's keeping it in his shop for me. So when it gets cooler outside, I'll just tap into my cold water line and run a line out to the bar area and hook up a fucking water fountain.
dope.
Yeah. And then the next step is I want to put in a outdoor shower.
Yeah, that's our next move outside.
Is it?
We're good. We're good on what we've done outside right now. But yeah, that's definitely something. Just the in and out of the pool, just to get that chlorine off you.
Yeah, absolutely. No, because like typically, if I wasn't in a rush, I would have come home, and there would have been a trail from my garage to the sliding glass door of my clothes and boots, and I literally just jumped in my pool naked. And I was sitting there for a good 15, 20 minutes to just kind of bring my temperature down, because the top of the pool is a little warm, but the bottom of the pool is cold. So I'll just go underneath and hang out underneath for a while, and then I'll come out and take a shower, because unfortunately, I'm learning this now, but with Arizona and pipes, with it being so hot, depending on where the pipes are at, if it's an older home and the pipes are underground, it's not so much as an issue. But if it's a newer home and the pipes are ran in the attic and shit, you just can't get cold water because it's just too hot. Unless you get like a I forget what it's called, but there's a component that you can buy to essentially make water hotter or colder.
You just officially ruined the album cover for Nevermind.
What?
You know what I'm talking about, Jake?
Yes, I do.
Oh man.
I'm a man of culture.
Hey,
I don't.
Paul, you don't have another device you can look this up, right?
No.
No. Nevermind is
Well,
the album cover for Nirvana. Their album that blew up where they blew up.
Oh yeah, with the
And
baby with the pool.
yeah. Now I have an image of you doing that now. Thanks. Thanks, dog.
Hey, it's the same size penis
That's
too.
your,
So.
bro, don't be that guy. This is not the time to advertise penis envy. This is not the time to do that.
This is a family show.
This is your space, man.
Nah, it's just it's a nice routine to just go into the pool, relax, come out. Like I have the towel like right there. It's like literally I'm a second from the outside. I'm sorry, from the inside to the pool because I literally take one step onto the pool deck and then dive into the pool, and then the towel's right at the steps. So literally no one can see me.
But Des doesn't
Well, you
have
know,
incriminating evidence lying around of you.
What's that?
Des doesn't have incriminating evidence of you diving naked into your pool
No.
for a rainy day. Okay.
Des doesn't need that. She's got
No,
plenty
she
of other
does not.
incriminating
Hey, I was
evidence.
gonna say, do you have the arsenal that she has?
I don't think our audience does. No.
Yeah, true. Oh, dude,
That's like the least of his worries.
seriously.
No, but enjoy
Dude,
that.
she
Dude.
got.
That's dope that you're able to do that in your own private space.
hmm
Yeah, it is. It's nice.
Well, you know, comedian Bert Kreischer.
Yeah.
Well, for the longest time, he always talks about how he doesn't shower in the morning. He just jumps in his pool.
Yeah. Windhuff or whatever. He does similar thing, but with ice cold water.
Go away, Des.
Don't, please. Please don't.
We're trying to be professionals over here.
Please don't.
Dude. So check this shit. I got into it with Dominic.
Here it is.
Not my house.
Got into it with Dominic, dude, on Saturday. Had the kids over the weekend, and he had, me, Bree, and Dom's group text had asked me on Friday, "Hey, can we go to Foot Locker and go look at some shoes for school?" I was like, "Sure, yeah, that's not a problem." And so we get to Foot Locker on Saturday, and he's like, "Oh man, they don't have the shoes I want." I'm like, "Well, what shoes do you want?" And so he pulls up online, and they're fucking $100. I'm like, "I'm not spending $100 on a pair of shoes." And he's like, "Well, you said you would." I'm like, "Never did I say I would." He's like, "Yeah, I said in the text." And I was like, "You said you wanted to go look at shoes. You didn't say that you wanted to spend $100 on shoes." And so I was like, "I don't even spend that amount of money on my own pair of shoes. My either Chucks or Vans, $50. That's it."
So what, Dad? It's not his fault you're lame.
So it's these Jordans that he wants, and so it had to be these specific Jordans. So I offered to take him to Kohl's, where we have an account, so we could put it on credit. And so we go to Kohl's, nothing there. He wants only these fucking shoes. So I'm getting online, I'm looking everywhere, trying to find. I was like, "Hey, do you want me to take you to Champs and out in Chandler, and we can go?" He's like, "No, forget about it." I'm like, "All right, fine." So he then I get a text from his mom, not 5 minutes that we're home, Hey, Dominic said you wouldn't pay for shoes because they're too expensive. And he will split it with you. I was like, that's not at all what happened, but okay, sure. So Sunday comes around, and I'm like, hey, do you want to go look for shoes? He's like, no. I was like, all right, hey, I found them online, but look, they're all out of stock, and so because of his size, and so then I get a text from his mom about 2 hours after I dropped them off with an image of the shoes and uh, with the image of the shoes and the receipt, $162. And I was like, God damn it, Shannon, what the fuck are you teaching him? So I was like, cool, I'll send, because it is a school thing. He does need it. So it is written in our divorce decree that half and half shit. So I was like, I offered, like I said, the shoes were $90. I'll give you 45. That's it. And so I gave him 45 bucks, and Shannon claimed to have said, oh, Dom came out of the rest of it out of his pocket, which is complete bullshit. But that kid is so fucking spoiled, it pisses me off. And I know a lot of it has to do with me and, not being there and not being a father figure and shit, but uh
So, what's stopping you when he's at your house from going up in his room and snatching him up and being like, hey, motherfucker, we just had this conversation. Now you're telling your mom that I'm a broke bitch and I can't handle my own life and take care of my son. Who the fuck do you think you are? Enjoy your Walmart Velcro shoes, bitch. And then that's,
uh
I
to
mean,
be
I understand that.
100%.
I understand the dynamic is definitely tense, but I don't know if I would have handled that like that because at this point, Paul, you're sober. You've proven that you can hold a job. You've got a job that you love doing. You're about to get married. Your house is in order. Your shit is together. And I understand that there's years that you weren't good. But at the end of the day, this is still your son. And if he's going to treat you like that in your home and then take your balls away from you and snitch to his mom, I don't know how you didn't just snatch him up and be like, here's the part where we're going to go eat some dirt. You know what I mean? I don't. Can you help me understand that a little bit better?
Sure. Des. She was the cause of that. Because if it wasn't for her, I would have fucking murdered him. I was this fucking close to kicking down the fucking door, ripping out the Xbox, and beating the shit out of him with it. But Des calmed me down. She sat me down, talked with them. She's like, we're going to go up and talk with them. So we went upstairs and talked with them, said that wasn't cool. You shouldn't have gone behind our back and said that shit. That's not the case because now it makes us look at this situation. And so that's not all right. And so he apologized, which I'm sure shit wasn't genuine. But yeah, I'm grateful that because I've been in that situation once before with Brianna, and I called her a bitch because so in outrage. I was so outraged, and it just came out of me. And Des wasn't there, and so it was just it was a horrible, horrible experience. And so I'm grateful that Des was there to calm me down because I understand I can have a temper at times, and especially in that situation, like you just went behind my fucking back, you snitched on me, you little fucking, you stuck up little shit. If you had any idea my upbringing, like, dude, I've done everything, like you just said, yeah, I have all my shit in order now, but there was a lot of years that I didn't. But at the same time, it's like, God damn, I've been fucking consistent, man. I have been there, and been there now. Like, what else do I have to do to fucking show it? But there's no other choice. I got to continue doing it.
But I think there's a way for you to get your point across, though. So if one of the big kids was telling their dad some nonsense that was going on at our house that wasn't going on, I mean, I'm not directly involved in those conversations. I hear them third hand, right? Or second
Right.
hand. But I always, I always try and make sure that like what is being said is what's going on first. You know what I mean? Because I'm kind of
Oh,
in
I
like this
gotcha.
position. I'm in Dez's position. I have to kind of be the mediator. But I'll tell you right now, if one of the girls texted their dad some bullshit about how their mom's not buying them something or whatever, and blah blah blah, which would cause their dad to blow up on my wife, the first person I'm going to talk to is not him. It's the kids who made up some bullshit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because
Right.
these kids have everything and then some, and go to a private school and have phones and can pretty much do whatever they want in the house as long as they're not like hitting each other. You know what I mean? Like they have pretty free reign on top of an incredibly privileged life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to come over here and disrespect that, I think you need. It would be my job to show them that they are being disrespectful and either take something from them or something. Like if I'll tell you right now, if Wyatt did the same bullshit about shoes, if my stepson did the same bullshit about shoes, which caused his father to blow up on his mother,
Mm-hmm.
that kid and I are going to go out, and I'm going to take the shoes that he's wearing, and we're going to wear them out. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I gotcha.
Like, I'm not going to hit him. I'm not going to abuse him. I'm just going to teach him the value of some hard work. And really, if you really want those that bad, you're going to badmouth your mom. I'm going to put you to work. I'm going to make you earn those shoes. Or I'm going to make you earn whatever it is that you caused this bullshit over.
Oh, dude,
Like,
if I had my own van right now, I would do that because that's what my boss does with his son. His son works with him Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and he had a similar situation with his son where his son wanted to spend $250 on a pair of Jordans, and he's like, "If you want to buy them, cool, work for it." And he's out
mhm.
working for it, and so yeah, if I had my own van, dude, oh for sure, it wouldn't have been a conversation. Would have been like, "Cool, you're waking up at 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. You're going to work with me."
Well, I'm pretty sure that there's stuff that you could do around the house that is very much work.
Not really, because me and Des do majority of it.
I'm
But
sure there are some.
I'm super OCD when it comes to cleanliness. You know this.
Yeah, no, I get you, but like, I'm not saying like when I say walk in and snatch them up, folks that will hear this down the line. I'm not advocating for child abuse. I'm advocating for a conversation that's like, hey asshole, because like I've just from personal experience, I've seen you really bad, and then I haven't seen you at your worst, but I've seen you pretty bad, and I've seen your come up. So I know for a fact that even at your house right now, those kids aren't hurting. They're not,
Oh,
they're not missing,
hell no.
they're not missing meals. They're not missing anything that they could need or want.
No, they get everything they fucking need and want.
No, man,
Plus
I
some.
would have taken, if I was you, I would have ripped that Xbox right out. Like,
Yeah,
fuck
I
you.
should have.
So
Like,
you're talking about um, being able to speak to your children who are older. Um, Mine are 3 and 6, about to be 6. So, and I'm the only guy in the house. So, I've accepted my new role as boundary bad guy. It's just, that's where we're at right now. So, my wife is home with them
That
all day. So, by the law of attrition, they break her down. And so I come home and I'm like, so for instance, I came home today after my stack, and first thing I see is an Amazon box torn to shreds, my puppy next to it licking his lips, his chops, my about to be 6-year-old on the couch on her iPad. That's the scene in my house. And I'm like, first off, how long has this been sitting here? And she looks at me and she goes, I don't know. Okay. How long have you been on your iPad? I don't know. Okay. You think it's maybe a good idea for you to clean up this mess? If you didn't sit there and watch him do that, which I pray to God you didn't, but you definitely need to get down there and clean that thing up and not be sitting on your iPad. It's the first thing I see when I come home. And then the little one comes charging in with her iPad, jumps on the couch, proceeds to walk over the pile of torn up, shredded cardboard, and then sits next to her sister and iPad. And I'm like, turn that off. Get down here and help me clean this up. Help me. I was going to help clean it up as well. I didn't see it. I don't care. It's a mess. My youngest throws a gigantic fit. Immediately starts crying, runs to mommy, and I'm the boundary bad guy. So it's just like, there's no way. We have a puppy. He's gonna get into some shit, but like, there's some boundaries that need to be set. His ass needs to be thrown outside. His ass needs to be locked up in a cage, and he's on the couch sometimes. I'm just like, yo. So I have those same struggles, just in a different realm. But it's like the frustration because I'm when the roles in our house were, it was a partnership, right? My wife and I made about the same amount of money and had our own thing outside of us, right? Now I'm the sole provider, and the roles have flipped, but the expectations are the same. And so it's navigating that as the only man in the house. So anytime I do raise my voice, or I get loud, or I have to show aggression to prove my point, it's like, again, it's not advocating for abuse of any kind, but it's setting a boundary to where you know I'm not fucking around. Because I talk to you one way when we're playing, and I talk to you a completely different way when you need to understand what I'm talking about. And so I talk that way. And so I hear them talk to my wife like that, and I'm like, nope. That's not enough. It's not an opportunity for you to then do that. That's you to understand I only talk to you when you misbehave like that. And so yeah, it's just navigating those waters. She doesn't, again, she's here with the kids all day long. That's not something that she wanted to do, but she was forced in that position, and she's going through the motions of trying to reestablish her identity outside of the house, especially at work and with her career. So there's a lot of variables floating around, but yeah, on top of working 60 plus hours a week, on top of producing this show, the other show that I'm doing, the other show that I have shelved that I want to do, the other show that I did do that I've already started redoing that I can't go. It's like the last thing I want to do is see that when I come home. But that is my reality right now. So I'm on the struggle bus with you, gentlemen, and but yeah, and there's no equivalent for women as there is to emasculation for men. So when I try to put my foot down and I don't have my teammate on my side, it's like now I'm fighting both battles. And so I'm going to be bad dad, and I also have to be explaining dad, which isn't, you don't want to hear about that after you've been yelled at. But I definitely have to say, all right, let's breathe, let's calm down. But my youngest has flipped on the dramatic switch, and she is not turning it off. So whenever she gets told no, it is DEFCON 1. So,
Mm-hmm.
yay, being a late 30s dad.
Well,
You're
I will say
doing
on a
it.
positive, I will say on a positive note, I did get a phone call from my daughter, who I love very much so, and is she's my number one.
Oof.
But
On record, my
anyways,
guy.
uh, she called me, which I was super off. Like it was completely unexpected. And she's like, because I already knew it was coming up, but I was going to reach out to her after school. She had her license test on Tuesday, and she thought it was, what's that say? AKA Daddy's
Daddy
Plays
plays
Favorites?
favorites. Yeah.
Oh, uh, so yeah, I get a phone call from her. She's like, "Hey, just want to let you know, I thought my license test was later, but it was actually earlier. I had to get pulled out of school, and I passed. And I go tomorrow to the DMV." And I was like, I sat back, like I was afterwards, like congratulating her and everything. No wonder why your son snitched. Oh, dude, he's a total mama's boy. Total mama's boy. Plus, he's got Rhodey's influence too. Um, but uh, afterwards, though, like after we hung up the phone, I was like, bro, my daughter's driving. Like, it was just yesterday. She was in the hospital being born. And I'm in a group text with all my family. And I sent out a text saying, hey, Brianna passed. And my dad sent a text saying, Jesus, it feels just like yesterday I was doing that with you. I was like, fuck, I know it does. It's wild, dude. I have a licensed driver now,
That sounds terrifying.
That
dude.
sounds. Man, I watched my kid sit in a car seat, rocket off the couch. Her and the car seat fell with her face forward into the baby bouncer, and I watched her get stuck. And I laughed about it, and I recorded a video of it, and I put it on the internet.
Dad of the year.
But the thought of her eventually being old enough to drive scares the shit out of me because she's seriously the most reckless human being I've ever met in my life.
I I share that same sentiment. My youngest, man, she's try first, cry second. Like there's no preparation. There's no she just sees it. Oh, that looks fun. Go. So yeah, no, I'm not looking forward to that either. But
Yeah, that's how I feel about Dominic, dude. When I first taught him how to ride a quad, we bought him a quad when he was 4, and he was literally looking every other direction except forward, and was just in La La Land and almost fucking hit a car. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. This is the same kid that at a year old took an ornament that he thought was a fucking apple and bit into it and sliced the inside of his mouth open and had to get stitches. That's the kid that scares the shit out of me getting behind the wheel.
Dude. Oh, I have a another. I don't know if it's a winning in parenting moment, but um, so number 2, Mila,
Mm.
she's a people pleaser, and she'll do everything she can to, she stays out of trouble, and you need something done, she just gets up and does it, kind of thing, because she doesn't want to be in trouble or talked at. But she has developed this. She lies about everything because let's say she does do something, or she doesn't do something that she was supposed to do. She immediately goes to the lie instead of owning it because she doesn't want to be in trouble so much that she'll lie about simple stuff that she wouldn't even be in trouble if like she didn't do, kind of thing. So we started out with, all right, you're going to write a page of sentences of I will tell the truth, right?
Bart Simpsoner?
At Bart Simpsoner. And then it was, I need you to write me a 5-paragraph essay. And then this last time was good. It's a 5-paragraph essay, but it has to be 3 pages handwritten. And it can't be.
Where does that come from?
It comes from, I'm trying to make her not people please. So the first one was nobody.
Oh, so you're freestyling.
I'm freestyling.
Gotcha.
But it was, so I had the idea, because so if you read it, it's people pleasing in it. And woe is me, I feel bad for breaking the trust, and I'll do my best not to lie again. And I can't believe I upset my mom and stepdad so much, blah, 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 blah. So in this big one, I said, I don't want to hear any of this, what I want to hear stuff. I want you to tell me why. And it took her 2 days to self-reflect enough to finally put in there, I lie here more than at Dad's house because I can get away with it.
Breakthrough. So it worked.
We'll see. I doubt it.
Wait, what?
But, well, like, I mean, it worked. We finally got, it finally admitted why she does. I lie because I'm afraid to get in trouble. And I know that I won't, I know I can get away with it sometimes. That kind of thing.
She gets away with it with you or Britt?
The thing is, she never gets away with it. She never gets away with it. Ever. Ever.
So it's a game.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a, well, let's see how mad Jake can get today. I don't know. I don't know what kind of test this is, because this last time I was for sure heated because it was over some nonsense, man. Like, so the puppy peed on the floor, and the kids know if the puppy pees on the floor, just clean it up right away, put the dog outside, right? This kid sees the puppy pee on the floor, somehow steps on it, and then runs upstairs and is gone for like a half hour. Ruth comes, doesn't see the pee, and slips on it. Wyatt is in the kitchen because he's eating, and Brittany goes, "What the hell? Why didn't you clean this up?" And he's like, "Mila ran upstairs to get a towel." So we finally get Mila to come downstairs. She's like, "Oh, I was washing my foot." And it's like, "So it took you that long and you didn't clean up the dog pee?" And she goes, "What dog pee?"
Oh, shit.
And like, "Mila, why were you cleaning your foot?" God damn it. Like,
Also, not only is it a lie, but it's a bad one.
Yeah. And then,
so she
and I said,
she doesn't get away from it for sure.
Yeah, and I told her, I said, let me tell you exactly what happened. You saw the dog pee. You accidentally stepped in the dog pee. You saw that your brother was in the kitchen, and you, without saying a word, just left, hoping that Wyatt would clean it up while you were upstairs doing whatever. And she's like, "Yeah." And then that pisses me off to no end.
Yep.
Because she's at the age where we can have a conversation, right? And I'm like, okay, listen. Like, at this point, I haven't even raised my voice. Like, listen, just tell me the truth right now, and I will. Like, yeah, like you may have to go write an essay or something, but like, just it's not going to be bad. I'm not going to yell. I'm not going to scream. Just right now, just tell me the truth right now. She goes, well, I was going to come back down, but then, and I was like, da, 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 da. And that's when I fucking just cranked it up. Like, yeah. Like, even in the hot seat, you can't just be like, yeah, I screwed up, man. Like, and I was like, kid, I only get heated like that because I know you're full of shit. Just come out and say you're full of shit. Like, yeah, you're in trouble because you already lied once, but why would you make that hole deeper? And I still don't understand it. I don't think she does either.
Jesus.
Like, do you think it's just because she wants the attention?
Um, I'm trying the whole time we were talking because that's the same dumb bullshit I pull with Dez. I do little fucking white lies. I for me, I do it. I try not to anymore, but the majority of the reason why I would do it is because I didn't want to hear shit about it, and I thought I was that good that I would get away. So maybe
Mm-hmm.
she's just hoping that she doesn't want to hear about it. So that's why she's going to continue life. Because I myself am a people pleaser as well. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to be yelled at. And Des says the exact same thing that you do. Paul, if you just fucking manned up and admitted what is done the wrong the first time, I wouldn't be so upset and I wouldn't be yelling at you. And I didn't learn that lesson. And I'm a grown ass man. So I'm hoping she can learn the lesson quick, a lot quicker than
Yeah.
I did.
Fuck. Like,
It's just about it's there. My oldest, she does this thing where she gets in trouble, and so she'll storm out, and so it's the avoidance of the consequence, right? Because they know they're in trouble, and in the heat of the moment they stop listening, right? They're just trying to get past the owning of whatever they did. So, like, my daughter will start out, "What are you doing?" "Nothing." "Okay, I'm only saying that because you're doing something. Are you supposed to be doing what you're doing?" "No." "Okay, so why wouldn't you just say, like, yeah, you're busted. Like, just admit it." And so then what she'll do is she'll get loud and then she'll storm off. And so I stop letting her leave. And so I say, "No, no, 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 no." And then she gets irate because she's now mad at me because I won't allow her the satisfaction of taking off and avoiding her consequence. Because she knows it's coming. But why she thinks that her room is a safe space, I don't know. I mean, I think that's a good start, but that's not how it works. So, um, and that's where my wife and I differ on our parenting styles. Is mine is own up to it, and hers is let her have her moment. And I'm like, a moment adds up to two, two adds up to five, five adds up to 10, and now I can't talk to her at all because all she's doing is disappearing when shit gets rough. It's like she needs to know what that rough shit feels like because when she lies to me and I get upset, my thing isn't my approach now is not to use my volume or my presence to be, you know, intimidating, to be respected, to be feared, because that's how religion works, right? Everything that we follow is fear based. So
Hmm.
I need her to have a healthy fear of me at all times, so that way she knows when she fucks up, there is an expectation of my reaction. However, when she doesn't fuck up and she does the exact opposite, she does great. She's gonna get an accompanying reaction. I'm going to be very receptive to that. Um, yeah, so it's just about getting her to be able to confront an issue without blowing up and turning it into reality TV.
mm-hmm.
That's what it feels like. And I'm like, I don't want to chase you. Like, this is not that big of a deal. but you're making it into this big piece of drama, and I'm gonna get more upset at you making it become drama because now I have to spend more energy just to get back where we could already be. So that's how I've got to approach it. That's because it's not working on the other end. I don't want them because I see the way that my oldest talks to my youngest, and she talks to her like I talk to her, but it's not for the same thing. It's all out of context. It's she's not getting her way, and so then she talks to her like me, and I'm like, no, 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 no. When I see it, because she like bullies her, and she's bigger and stronger than her, so she'll like Heisman her, and I'm like, don't push her away. Like that's not. You're her big sister. You're supposed to protect her, not push her away. If you guys can't agree with something, it's your responsibility to stop and to make that thing stop happening. So, that's a work in progress, but um, yeah, I'm learning in real time.
So I have a feeling. So I've told Brittany this, and I've told the big kids this especially, and I said, none of you have ever seen me mad. You've seen me angry, but you've seen me mad. I mean, you've seen me angry, but you've never seen me mad because by textbook definition, when you're mad, it's a moment of insanity. You're so angry that it's a moment of insanity. I said, no one here in this house has seen this. Like I have this ability, but I have learned a control that when I feel that coming on, I go silent.
That's scary though, because
Yeah.
communication is everything, and your silence
Yes.
is setting up a boundary that makes you less approachable. Because I am struggling with that myself. Because what
Well,
I
The
do
so
exact same shit.
is I get quiet because I'm processing. Because I'm either
mhm.
disappointed, I'm frustrated, I'm exhausted, whatever adjective, adverb, whatever works. I'm that state, and then this is thrown on, and 9 times out of 10, it's unnecessary. It's preventable. That's the thing that ticks me off. It's like, yeah, you spilled milk. Okay, cool. But it's like if you're watching your iPad and you reach for your milk without looking, that's preventable. You're sucked into the iPad. I'm gonna take your iPad away so you can eat without making a mess.
Mhm.
And I'm the bad guy. That's a boundary, though. You earn your right to watch your iPad while you eat, because if you're not gonna mess up the iPad, you're gonna mess something else up. So, but
Well, it's, my whole thing is I am a gifted shit talker,
Yes, you are.
and I am very, very good at going where it hurts first. Like if you like if someone has ever actually really just pissed me off, that's where I'm going. I'm gonna hurt you. Is it right? No, but it's just that's part of my.
don't say it's not right and laugh. That's
It's
disingenuous.
not.
Okay,
It's part of my boundary, right?
sure.
So it's part of my. It's a defense mechanism,
There we go.
and my whole thing is the reason why I will go quiet before I really fly off the handle is because I really don't want to say some shit that's gonna fuck these kids up, or I really don't want to say something that's gonna maybe permanently damage the relationship I have with my wife. So it's I need to like decompress and really think that through before I say something dumb. And there's been times where Brittany and I have been having a verbal discussion that's not quiet, and
So does she go for the gut like you do? Does she go for the pain? Because that's kind of what happens when you're together with someone for a while. You understand what those points are, and you can push. And it sounds like that's your go-to. So
well, so she definitely knows how to push my buttons,
okay,
definitely. But
because
I,
I need you to understand what it sounds like when you say that's your first.
mhm.
Because I agree. There's a point when getting personal makes sense because it's like putting up that final boundary. Like, all right, here's the line, and I'm drawing it, but you've got to get to that line. You know what I mean? And it looks like you're putting up a wall immediately, and so like Paul was saying, or you said, you severely fuck up the relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yes, but when it becomes a wall, it's a boundary. So now she has to overcome that just to talk to you, just to get to you. So you're not actually like you're hearing it, but you're not listening. Does that make sense?
Yes, but I've in the middle of these arguments, I've had to say, "Hey, I got quiet because I really need to think about what I'm going to say."
Very good. Very good.
And it's because the last thing I want to do is say something I really don't mean that hurts the mother of my children. You know, so
That's why I try to
um,
mean everything I say.
yeah,
So I know that the consistency of me not being an asshole in a moment is still meaning what I say, but like you said, being caught up in the moment and doing it because it hurts. Like that's the thing that I don't know. I'm just an honest person. So like I guess if we're being honest, it's supposed to hurt, right?
hmm
So I'm not gonna say some shit that I think is just gonna go right over your head. Like that's not effective. It's just trying to maintain the pettiness. So you're not doing it out of spite, but you're doing it because you want to have a serious conversation about whatever that thing is.
right. And then my biggest thing is when I feel like my back's up against the wall, Captain Petty wants to come out and aha.
Yeah. You're a shit talker,
So
so naturally.
yeah, so I
You should do
you know,
that. You should do whatever that was. You should make that noise every time that you say that word. Yeah,
aha.
because that's a cue, man. And cues like that, visual, audible, whatever. Those are the things that it's like a safe word, right? So it's like some people will say pineapple juice, right? When things cross a line, and once you hear that, your brain it shuts things down, so that way you can take it, you can do what you say, you can take a step back. So I would suggest you don't have to do it out loud. Do it in your head first. Just do it in your head, aha, because that's going to hit a reset button, and it'll start the process of you calming yourself down. And it'll also if you can make it a thing between you and Britt, it's something that it's a safe word, bro. It is a motion that she knows that a line has been crossed. You've been triggered for whatever reason. Can we please find a different word to use to describe when you get emotionally caught up in the moment? Triggered is annoying. It's I'm done. I'm done saying triggered. This is the last
Yeah.
time you'll hear me say triggered. It's
Well,
just a gun reference, and it's not going to help the conversation when it comes to reform and all that. So yeah, I'm done saying that.
so I'll tell you, we had a conversation today, and it chapped my ass royally.
Ooh,
Um, because like I was saying, I got friends that are in town because my boy is competing at the USA national show.
shout him out! Shout him out!
Trying to go. Shout out to Arnie, going for that IFBB Pro card. And I was saying, hey, tomorrow if it works out, maybe I can leave Marley here and I can just take Ruth, or if it doesn't, I can take both of them. It doesn't matter. But I kind of want to go watch Arnie's prejudging at nationals tomorrow, and then maybe on Saturday we can meet up for dinner or something. Which led to she said, "Well, you never get excited about what I say, or like what I plan, what I want to do." And I wanted to be like, "What?" Because it's true. I don't like leaving the house. I really don't like. I don't like going places on the weekends because that's when I work, right? But I understand that's family time. She's off of work. This is important things, right? So I said, there's only like one thing we have ever done that I was completely dissatisfied with. And that was just because it was like a weird weekend. The vibes were off for everybody. It was There's only one time. And she said, well, I brought up bringing Ruthie to the aquarium, and I was like, woman, I love aquariums. I'll go to an aquarium right now. It's just, on the weekends, I'm always going to be worried about, oh man, I got stuff I got to do. I got people I got to talk to. That is what it is. And then I said, like, listen, I have to tell you this because it's upset me because you made me feel like I only get excited for things that I like. And I need you to know that's not the case. And I think, that conversation ended up going a lot better than what it could have if I would have been like, bitch, it.
Was that a Cartman impression?
I don't know.
Fantastic if that was. That screenshot is gonna look fantastic.
Oh, good.
It's funny that you brought up the aquatic center because that's where my wife is taking the girls tomorrow, and I'm having the trailer worked on. So I was like, I might go to the aquatic center, but it was like 4 hours, and I'm like, ooh,
Yeah.
try to separate. I still would like to, be involved, and but I don't really care to go where there's crowds right now. Like, we went to a place called Kids Empire in Mesa,
Mm-hmm.
and they've got stuff you can climb on, jump on. By the way, shout out Kids Empire if you find a pair of AirPods. They're your boys. Most definitely was inside that thing, crawling around like a 6-year-old, and
Mm-hmm.
lost my AirPods. Cool story, but yeah, I was hesitant to go in because it's a fucking bouncy house on steroids. So I was worried there's gonna be a bunch of people there, but there were like less than a dozen of us most of the time. So not great for the business, but good for social distancing. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, like the aquatic center, I'm gonna try and at least make an appearance. Be there for a little bit, but yeah, I've always got 8 things I can be doing, and 8 things that lead in a direction that are productive, whether that's for my business or for my other side hustles. It's like there's always something. And then when I actually get time to choose to be alone, I cannot sleep. So it's like even when I try to recharge the battery, it's nope, my body will not allow that to happen. So yeah, doing that and then being the sole source of income, it's like all of these decisions are for you as well. Like, it allows you to be able to do these things, but yeah, finding the time. Just let's get this cloning stuff. Speed this. Let's expedite cloning so I can make a duplicate of myself so I can do what I want. This is nuts.
I really enjoy. I really enjoy my solitude, and us doing this show is really the closest thing I have to it most time. So I think that's a lot of my issue too. I do definitely have. Let's just say theoretically COVID doesn't exist. I still don't like being around crowds of people,
For the sake of
and
being
it's
in the same space.
yeah. I'm not on any social lubricants, nor do I plan to be probably ever again. So I don't like people in my bubble, especially people I don't know. Period.
That's like not even FOMO, whatever the next level of that is. Like, you're not even fearful that you're missing out. Like, for sure you're missing out by not partaking.
Yeah, and I'm just like, great.
Dude, I
I,
DJed.
ho-
I DJed for 20 years. I feel the same way you do.
I hope you all are having a great time.
I would rather be at my house with 10 to 20 of my best friends and doing it up. And I tried to get that. Me and my wife tried to make that happen in our house for a long time. And we accomplished it for a little while. But, like, everybody wanted to go out. They wanted to go to the bars. They wanted to be in the scene. And I'm just like, man, aside from that, having to be around people because there's a lot of people you're going to run into that you wouldn't want to see at your house. I always
Mm-hmm.
wound up finding the drunkest person in the room, and they would try to befriend me. That's never fun, never fun. So I would have a blast at my house throwing parties and stuff, but I would also be DJing, and the separation of me being either elevated or out of the way was a big deal because it kept me away from being in the fray. And
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy the vibes that you get from the energy from a crowd in a club, but like at this point, man, nah. Let's do virtual clubs. I'm good.
Yeah,
Ugh. Hey,
it,
gents, I hate to break it to you, but
There he
it's my
is.
bedtime.
Where I need to get a special alarm.
Yeah,
well,
alarm. No, you guys can continue on. I just need to get.
No,
I haven't even seen Des all
you're
day.
not bailing. You're
I
not bailing on the show. We've been going for an hour and 15 minutes. This is plenty of content, bro. They don't have a
we
problem with
did
that.
it.
It's just
We did it.
yeah, we did
It's
it.
okay.
All right, cool. I appreciate the understanding, gentlemen.
Well, fuck you, Paul.
Fuck you, man. We're gonna stay on for another 2 hours. How about you enjoy 3 hours of sleep tomorrow at work? Ha ha.
Quit being a girl. No, this is definitely a good spot to cut it off. I mean, we could probably ramble on about social anxiety for another 3 days. So
Oh, easily.
let's talk about that more next week, huh?
Let's do it.
We have a topic actually.
Social anxiety next week. Let's do it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's Polito's bedtime. Thank you for listening to the Sober Swole podcast. Once again, my name is Jake Howard.
And my name is Paul Rowe.
For the Grand Chameleon, good night, everybody.
Hey, it's Warhorse. Do you want your workouts to look like this? Or do you want your workouts to slay? When Warhorse picks his pre-workout, he wants it to slay. If you want second place, go with somebody else. If you want to be a champion, go with Royalty Nutrition.